South Dakota State ran with Gonzaga for most of the first half, but it was the Bulldogs who ran away with the game in the second half. The top seed in the West region takes down the 16 seed South Dakota State 66-46 in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
More than what these stats say and more than what the win or the loss says, I just can't say enough how proud I am of our group and how they've competed the last month and a half of the season and into that game, through that game today.
The resiliency of this team is off the charts, and just how we stuck together. It just makes that stretch a really special for us, really emotional for us as we go through it.
South Dakota State actually led this game for the first 18 minutes and 20 seconds until a Zach Collins layup put Gonzaga up 23-22 with 1:40 to go before halftime, and it was a lead that the Zags would never relinquish. However, it seemed like South Dakota State was executing its game plan early on.
We came out strong. Did exactly what we wanted to do, executed offensively and defensively, defensively especially. It did feel like we had a bigger lead at a lot of points in that game.
We were doing a really good job of just kind of packing it in and forcing them to shoot the three-pointers that they probably didn't want to shoot. You know, we got them late in the shot clock, and we kind of got them to a point where they just kind of had to hoist something up. And then our defensive rebounding was really good at that time. We were able to get a good push out on the offensive end too, coming from those defensive rebounds.
South Dakota State had only one field goal in the final 7 minutes and 48 seconds of that first half, a Mike Daum three-pointer, and they were actually scoreless for the final 3.5 minutes of that first half.
You think we can rewind and get a do-over on that period first? Yeah, no, we knew, we talked about it. At some point they were going to go on a run, and we didn't want to make that or have that be because of what we had did. We knew they were a very good team. At some point they were going to get going in transition, and we didn't want to cause our shot selection or turnovers to help ignite that for them.
Despite the offensive struggles, SDSU was only down by 4, 26-22 at halftime. However, Gonzaga increased its lead to double digits in the first 4 minutes of that second half, and the Jacks never seriously threatened again.
We needed to cash in on a few more of those opportunities. We kind of controlled the tempo and the flow of the game, and there was a couple possessions we probably didn't get the best shot at a time we needed it, and then there were some plays that we just didn't finish at times. So, you know, you felt like in the game that we had a little bit of a cushion, and then that quickly went away. So, yeah, we would have liked to try to create a little more separation and put some pressure on them, but they did an unbelievable job continuing to adjust and adapt through the course of the game and try to prevent us from doing that as well.
On Wednesday, head coach TJ Otzelberger said he would take no moral victories away from this game, win or lose, but he was impressed with the Jacks' defensive effort. They held Gonzaga to just 66 points, its second lowest total of the season, and Mike Daum held up defensively against Gonzaga's trio of 7-footers.
For the most part, when we were able to get better shots and we got our defense set in transition, we were able to be successful. I think our guys were really stubborn and sticking with the game plan that we had employed. Obviously, they're a huge team physically, and you've got to figure out how do you want to protect the paint. I thought the focus that our guys showed was critical. I also thought it's just there's something about sports where you just have a look in your eye and you look at your opponent and say, you're going to be in for a fight tonight. And I think our guys did that from start to finish.
Offensively, however, it just never clicked for South Dakota State. They shoot 31% for the ball game and record their lowest point total of the season, 46.
They had hands up every time we were taking shots, and you know they did a good job being physical with us and not letting us have open cuts and stuff like that. So, you know, just give them credit to them. They did a great job tonight.
There's a reason why I think by all the analytic measures they're the second best defensive team in the country, and they have great length. They have great athleticism. They have physical size. They really do a great job protecting the rim and guarding the three-point line. So they make it really tough on you. I thought they, you know, defensively being in that game and us trying to score against them, and we definitely felt like that presence was there from start to finish.
Obviously, the players and coaches were disappointed in the result, but they were also very reflective and very gracious in the post-game press conference. A lot of understanding of how the team fought its way out of the basement of the Summit League to get to the big dance. And next year, they only lose 2 players, their graduate transfers A.J. Hess and Michael Orris.
It means the world to me. I mean, it's exactly what me and Coach TJ talked about the first time we talked, and exactly what I wanted for my life and for my last season. And to achieve it, you know, with these guys and the group that we have of coaches and players around me, it's unbelievable, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
That was a really, really confident, well-coached, and tough physical team. I was very impressed with South Dakota State live.
Basketball games are important. but the life lessons that that group, what they learned, the character that they showed, how they can bind together as a team when their back was against the wall, what they've done moving forward as a group, and then the fight that they showed out there. To me, it's the most remarkable team I've been around in terms of togetherness, competitive spirit, and I can't say enough about the pride I take in coaching those young men and what South Dakota State basketball stands for today. And as we move forward, it's something really special, and it's an honor to be a part of it.
With the Jackrabbits in Salt Lake City, Utah, I'm David Brown.